Hello there to my amazing patrons. Welcome to your first exclusive Patreon only video. So you have this link. So unlike my other YouTube videos where anyone can see it because it's public, this video is just for you. We are talking Halloween cards because today is Maker Monday and this is what I've been making. I currently have a Halloween card exchange going on with 12 amazing ladies, well, including myself. There's 12 of us, and every person has a partner that they're going to send a handcrafted Halloween card to. I was very ambitious and wanted to send a handcrafted card to all of my participants. So these are 10 cards that I created. The 11th one is for my actual partner and I wanted to be extra special. So I haven't started that one yet, but I'll let you see all of these and I'll walk you through step by step how to make a very easy and beautiful Halloween card. First things first, the paper is everything, okay? The cardstock, we're going to move these to the side. The cardstock is really going to rule your world when you're making your card. You want beautiful cardstock. I like these mini paper pads for card making because it's not as overwhelming as using like a 12 by 12. These are like 6 by 6, 6 by 8. And you can get an amazing card and not feel so stressed with the paper, okay? So this one is made by Recollections, and here we have Echo Park. You can choose for yourself which one you like better. This one I purchased at Michael's, and this one I purchased at scrapbook.com. And I will try to remember to put those links below, okay? So this is what I'll say about that. I'll show you the paper, okay? We're working with Recollections, and you can choose for yourself. I definitely do have a favorite. Pumpkins. You got kind of like some hollow ghosts and stripes, okay? So that's from the Recollections paper pad. Then from Echo Park Paper Co., you have jack-o'-lanterns, trick-or-treat candy. You have, I guess, like monsters. You have purple with bats. And then you have kind of the words, the monochrome. So this is what I'll say. Both of them are beautiful, and I use them both in slightly different ways. But here, what makes a little bit of difference is that it's double-sided. Oh, that's not supposed to be there. It's double-sided paper, so you get a different print on both, and that's like real fun. Look at the plaid with the jack-o'-lanterns. I love that. Now let's talk embellishments. So with the Recollections, I use Paper Studio embellishments. I use from Dollar Tree embellishments. And then from Michael's, these are actually the cupcake toppers. And I just cut the wooden stick off real easy. And I'll show you how to do that. And I use tags on all the cards. And I made the tags with my hand. I didn't use my Cricut or anything. And I'll show you how to make tags. I kind of did the same design here, just layers. I didn't do as much 3D on the Echo Park ones, but either way, we're gonna recreate one, and I chose this one because I felt like it was really pretty and simple, okay? So we're gonna move everything else to the side. Oh, there's also another trick I'm gonna show you guys as well. Before this video ends, I'll show you how to do the spiders that are pretty much like 3D, but I'll show you how to put those on there because they're really, let me grab one. They're real deep inside, and it's really no way it can stay on your card unless we do the trick. So I'll show you that as well. But let's get to card making. Here's our card we're recreating. So everything else is gonna go to the side. And this is kind of like the trick-or-treat paper. So you get, I think you get 2 of each design in here. Let's hope we have another one. If not, I'll do one very similar. Oh, wow. I think you only get one. Oh, no, you get another one. But I used some of it. Jeez. Okay, we're not going to be able to recreate this one because I used some of it. And you kind of need the whole one to do it. So this one is a full one. Sorry guys, now I'm making a mess because I thought I had pre-planned pretty good. This one's close to it, but it's not the same. Okay, so we're gonna just switch it up a little bit because I used some of the other paper pad. We're actually gonna do the bats. Let's see what that one looks like. Oh yeah, this is cute. We're gonna recreate this one, okay? Because you need the whole page, because I want to show you how to do it an easy way with the small paper pad. So there's your square, right? It's 6 by 6, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, 6 by 6. Easiest way to do it is to take your scissors. There's a hole there, so we can't make a card with a hole. So we cut the hole off. We cut the hole off. Now this is kind of cool because it has the stripes on the other side so it can guide you. The other ones I kind of had to freehand if there was nothing like stripes or plaid. So once we cut the hole off, it's going to be real simple. You're going to take your cardstock and you're going to fold it in half the long way, okay? This is a bone folder. I use this to create nice creases. Hold on, I got to eyeball it. I use it to create nice creases when I'm making my cards by hand and I'm not using any type of cutting machine or anything. Then I kind of got to eye it. Doesn't have to be perfect, but we want it as perfect as we can get it. And then you can use your hand, but I just use my bone folder tool just to try to get like a really clean crease. Another thing I like about this paper, it's not super heavyweight, but some papers when you crease it, it will tear at the seam. And I really don't like that, but this doesn't do that. So we have purple bats and we have purple, green, black, and orange stripe inside. And this is the card that we're recreating, right? So now we gotta get our little pieces. First things first, we're gonna get that plaid and I'm gonna show you how to make a tag with your hands. If you don't know, because you may know, but if you don't, I'm gonna show you how to make a tag with your hands. It's pretty simple, okay? So we have to make that tag. I didn't put a hole in it and I put a hole in the other one, so I guess I won't put a hole in this one either. So I like to take it, okay, if we're talking width, because I don't measure at all, guys. I just work. So, but since I'm doing it for you guys, if we're talking width, let's say about 1.5. About 1.5 thickness or 1.8. You pick. As far as height, I really don't measure. I have to start measuring so I can show you guys efficiently. So I'm gonna cut that square. I could have did a little taller. So about 1.5 wide and about 2.5 long for a nice little tag for layering, okay? Easy way to create your tag is to take your little rectangle, snip from the corner, then I flip it and I snip from the other corner. And sometimes it doesn't come out even, like that's not super even, but then all I have to do is, and then I kind of snip again. You know, you just kind of create your tag with your hands, so it's not too bad. Let's brush those off. That's our first layer. So I'm gonna take my tape runner and kind of had it in that top corner. So get some tape on there. And then I place it down in that corner, okay? This probably will not come out exactly like it, but we're gonna try to get as close as we can. Now we're ready for our little trick or treat embellishment. Let's see, where did I get that from? And if I can't find the exact one, I'll use a substitute because I did use quite a lot of things out of here making these cards. I made the Echo Park ones last night. The other ones I already had. I don't see that black trick or treat. Oh, found it. Okay, so I found that. So now what I'll do is we'll cut that out. We'll cut that out. Okay. I took the day off today, so I don't know why people are calling me. Just a mental health day. You need those sometimes. We'll be talking a lot about mental health, ladies. and how to sustain yourself. You know, we all have lives, spouses, jobs. I know a lot of you have children. So I'll try to give you as many useful tips as I can from a therapeutic perspective and a planning perspective. All right, so, oh, I snipped it too much. It's cool because it seems like when I layer it, it's going to cover treat. So then it looks skinnier over there. Whatever. Like I said, it may not be exact, but we're going to put that down. So I'll take our tape runner again. I just use this Elmer's. You can use whatever kind you have. You can also use your glue gun. I just don't use glue guns for cards because I feel like they don't even need it. When I'm doing tougher things, I feel like that are tougher crafts, I use my glue gun. But on cards, I rarely do. Okay, then too cute to be spooked. Let's find that. Too cute to be spooked. Sorry, guys, I should have had this out for you guys. But this is our first Patreon video. When I do my YouTubes, I usually pre-plan. So I'm going to have to start pre-planning too. All right, so, I'm not seeing that. That's weird. Okay, found it. We got some tape on it. And I'm going to just slightly cover up the trick or treat. Get that in there. Cute. This one didn't have as many 3D elements, but I can always add one. So, because I want to show you how to do the spider anyway, there will be a lot of purple, but no, it's going to bother me. Aesthetic purposes, I can't do purple on purple. I'll show you how to do that on something else. But now we got to find our little skeleton that I think is so cute. I hope I have another one of him. Little skeleton guy. Now that came from a cupcake topper. I'm actually not sure if I do have another one. And we would have to use just a regular ghost, which is okay, but it's not really what we wanted. We might have to use that though. Okay, so because these are really supposed to be used for like cupcake toppers, you do have to cut off their little stick. Now, if they were tougher, I would do with my wire cutter, but they're not that tough. They were clear and they're not that tough. So now we have a cute little embellishment. Do I have my glue? Okay. Now this I will use my glue gun for because it was on that stick, so it kind of has some dimension and some thickness to it. So I use my glue gun, put that little buddy over there in the corner, kind of put them on a diagonal. And you can do this with whatever type of embellishments you have. Just kind of showing you how you can create some nice layering. And then that little one that says eek. Well, I could also do Happy Halloween. No, that's too big. Now, I honestly don't think I have any more of those. So what I'll do is I'll go and grab something else. Okay, true story. This is how you can see how much of a mess my craft room is right now. If you guys can see it, it's pretty shameful. But after card making, I'm going to clean it. But anyway, long story short, I found the eek that I thought I didn't have. Now, it seems like it was more centered over here, and over here it's not, but it's okay. Not going to be exactly the same. But I just wanted to show you guys how fun and easy it is to create these Halloween cards. So there you have it. I made a double, okay? So that's that. It's a done deal. And now, like I said, you'll have to go in and let's say I took this card. I have all types of journaling cards. So I'm thinking if I cut one, but then it wouldn't be the length. I would want it to be longer. Even though I'm not going to write a super long message, I'm going to put like, you know, thanks for being a part of my Halloween card exchange, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, so that's not really long enough. I would probably do a little bit longer, but that you get the gist. You would just glue that in and write your personalized note, okay? So Memorydex Cards. For my memory keepers out there, you might have seen this before. Pay no attention to the alphabet. I got the ones like in alphabetical order. We'll probably actually use the other side for all intents and purposes. And I'm just going to show you a simple and fast way. There are like a gazillion different ways you can do these. They're so cool. But I'm going to show you a real cool one. Oh, here's one I did not too long ago. Halloween inspired. And we'll do one similar to that. You can use a lot. You can do a lot of fun things with like dimension, and I'm going to kind of show you how to just build your layers, okay? And then they're used for memory keeping, but I really use them as little craft projects. If I want, I could take this and put it in some Happy Mail and send it to someone. So it's just another fun craft that it's kind of like card making, okay? And we're going to do one and use the 3D spider. So let's get started. Okay, patrons, I have my pieces I'm going to use, and I'm going to show you a real easy way that I do it. I number my layers, like what I want to be first, second, third, fourth. That works for me so that I know kind of how I want to put the layers together. We're going to start with the spider. So I have these random palms. I make a lot of different things with them. And one thing they're useful for is to be able to glue my spider down. I'm actually going to need one a little bit bigger, but I don't want the color to show. So I used to kind of use a medium-sized one and then just cut some of the fluff off. This one's not bad. Okay, and so what I do is just put some glue, hot glue, in the middle of the spider. You can do a cotton ball, you can do a palm, and glue it right down. Glue it right in there. And now I can glue the palm onto anything I want to glue it on. We're going to use it on this Memorydex card, but I can glue it and it's a done deal, okay? So we're having all the Halloween crafting fun today. So let's get started. Another thing, dimensions are important. I love dimensions, so I'll show you how to work some in. Kind of had to have some flat pieces and then some pieces that look 3D. So let's do that. This is going to be a flat piece, which means I'm going to take my tape runner and I'm going to tape it right down to the Memorydex card, and I'm leaving the holes, which I covered last time, and I'll show you how to do that on another video. I would have taken this paper and made it the shape of the Memorydex card so it could fully cover how I did with that orange stripe, okay? But for all intents and purposes, this is how we're doing it. Take my paper, get it down, okay? It's not as centered as I want it, but it's okay. So this paper comes from a Paper Studio paper pad. Let me grab it real quick. It's called Fab and Fearless, and I bought it. I'm going to be using it this week for my Fall Girls spread. I bought it from Hobby Lobby. But use your coupons. So it says 21, but you never pay that much. That was part one. This is part two. Right? Yep. So this is our second piece, but I'm going to show you how to make it more 3D, okay? Real easy little hack. I keep a real big, huge poster board piece of like foam board by my desk at all times, and that's all I use. I glue it on whatever I want dimension to be on, just so it can sit up more, okay? So we're going to glue our foam to the back of this little centerpiece. So whenever you're going to use something in the center of your craft, I call that the centerpiece. You'll hear me say that a lot. And now I put glue on the foam, because now it's going to go on the Memorydex card, okay? But it's not going to be flat. It's going to have a little bit of sit up, a little bit of dimension. And that's just how you kind of build your layering around that, okay? So flat, dimension. I think this is part 3. This is 3. Now I have to decide, do I want this piece to be flat, or do I want it to pop out a little bit? I think I want it to pop out, because then it would sit up about right there. Yep. So I'm gonna take my foam board. It's just a big old, if you guys can see, just a huge foam board, and it has a nice thickness. You can use poster board, but poster board isn't as thick as like that foam feel. And if you want it extra thick, you will glue 2 pieces of foam on top of each other and you get even more dimension. So yeah, I don't want this to be too out there, so I'm gonna put some glue on the back of that, put my piece of foam, and you can cut the foam wonky. It don't have to be neat because it's not gonna show anyway. It's not gonna show anyway, guys. Okay, cool. Now, this is part 3. But because of that dimension, it sits up. You know what I mean? That's the difference between it lying flat down and then sitting up. It's kind of sitting over the centerpiece, which is real cute. I like that, okay? Now, some pieces will be flat. Oh no, I think I'm gonna do the pumpkin. Let's look at the numbers. That was 1, 2, and 3. This is 4. What do you guys think? Should we have the little monster sitting down or sitting up? He could sit up. Oh no. He might have to be coming out like that. Yeah, see, he's gonna be flat, and we're gonna let him kind of chill out from under what we got going on. Tuck him about right there, and he's kind of like, hey. I love the flowers on the skeleton. That is cute. So then Mr. Pumpkin, because remember, the big dimension piece is this big old chunky spider. So, is my pumpkin gonna be flat, or are we gonna give that a little bit of, just a little bit of up? Decisions. And you can do either or. Okay, let's see what it's gonna look like once the big old spider gets there. I think I like, oh, it looks too hidden, right? Okay, yeah, we gotta give dimension to the pumpkin. Mr. Pumpkin gets a little bit of, oh, I had a piece left over, perfect. Mr. Pumpkin actually gets a little piece of foam, so he's not too in the background. And I hope you guys are really enjoying these tutorials. I'll try to have different things weekly, and I've already been planning my content ahead. So the reason why Patreon is so special to me is because as a creative, of course, well, I don't know about for others, but for me, the goal is always to do it on a bigger platform. And you can't do that without support from your people. So everyone that I've met over at Instagram on my Crafty Planner Queen page have always been super supportive. So I thought that now that I've grown my following there to over 6,000, that it was time to really, really step out there and take things to the next level. I love creating, and what the Patreon does is it allows me to get the things out. If I get enough supporters, oh my God, guys, I'm doing this on my iPhone with a medium-sized ring light, but I can get the cameras that I want and the lighting, and oh, we are really gonna go up. So now I took the cotton ball inside our spider, glued it to that. Oh, this little Memorydex is talking about something. I think I'm gonna put my little star just flat. Yeah, that don't need too much dimension. We're just gonna have that flat. Oh, and silly me, I didn't tell you guys where everything else from here, because I want you to always know where everything is coming from. That's also something that I might tag shops, but I don't go intensely into it on my other platforms as I will with Patreon, because I know how much you guys like my projects, and you might want to grab some of these things. Now I got that star right there. It's so cute, and we left our holes open so I can still put it in an actual Memorydex Rolodex when I get one of those after I've made enough of these. So let's see. Oops, a little stuck. Oh my goodness, it actually has some weight on it too. So you know that all that glue has to dry up and everything. But this is what it looks like, guys. There's our Memorydex card with our layers. So remember, plan out your card. What do you want for a background? What do you want for a centerpiece? What's going to be flat? What's going to have dimension? And that's kind of how how you just go about it. There are so many ways you can do it. This was just with Dollar Store, Paper Studio, Recollections, cupcake piece. Here we have the paper came from Paper Studio. These two pieces, I actually glued this on here. That was both from Echo Park. CPQ Crew, that's where these embellishments came from. And that's made by Simple Stories. I got that from scrapbook.com. And then the Dollar Tree Fire Dimension spider. And there you have it, guys. You have your Halloween cards. You have your memory decks. And it's just like so much Halloween fun. It doesn't get better than that. So, of course, I'm Crafty Planet Queen. You're my amazing patrons. I hope you enjoyed our Maker Monday making cards, guys. And I will see you over on Patreon real soon. All right. Bye-bye.